closer I get to the top, the more I think about rock bottom. The closer I get to the finish line, the more I think about where I started. I remember the past, and it anchors me to the present. I remember dark days and hungry nights. I remember being told I wasn't good enough and wondering if it was true. I remember having nothing, giving everything. And yet still falling short. Rock bottom transformed me. It fortified me. It made me who I am. It made me promise myself to never go back and to never forget. I remember every doubt. That's why I believe. I remember every failure. That's why I succeed. I remember every defeat. That's why I win. I remember rock bottom. That's why I know where I'm going. So let's go.
Yo, it's your boy DT live here at the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here at LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now we're live in the arena. A bunch of games going on behind me. This is a live 90-minute show. What I'm doing right now, we're gonna talk to a few guests coming on to the show. We'll talk about the program. Got some parents, got some players, got a bunch of action in 90 minutes. So first we're gonna talk to the founder and director of the U.S. basketball game, as well as halftime hoop, Kim Coleman. We got some sponsors who actually going to be on. We come up here and talk about their input and how they feel about the program and what they see it going to the next level. Talk to a couple state directors as well who brought their teams here to compete for the ring that they're going to win tomorrow. I'm going to definitely talk to the slam dunk champion. Hopefully he's still in the building. He ain't left. He's supposed to be here. I'm going to interview some players and parents. As well, I'm going to recap some of the games, talk about some of the big games, some of the scores, and now I'm going to make some predictions on who I think going to pull it out. So this is your boy DT. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with my guy, Kim Coleman. Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story. Are you the next rising superstar to be on my platform? Information is on the screen. Call or text me. Only looking for 10. Are you the next one? DT. I'm ready. Welcome back. This is your man DT. I'm here live at LakePoint, the U.S. basketball game. And right now I have my special guest here sitting down with me, the founder and director of the U.S. basketball game, as well as halftime hoops. Welcome to the show, Kim Coleman.
DT, thank you for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you today.
No problem. I appreciate you taking a moment to sit down with me. So I know this has been a growing phenomenon. Like, it started off a few states, now it grown cross country, and states all the way to the British of Columbia coming out.
Yes, sir.
So real quick, before we jump into the U.S. games, tell me a little bit about your background, how you got started into the basketball world.
Okay. Well, actually, played college ball out in Oregon. Thought I was going to play in the NBA, but the NBA didn't think I was good enough to play in the NBA. So I moved from Los Angeles to Atlanta to work with the Atlanta Hawks, in charge of corporate sales and promotions. Worked with them for 5 years, realized corporate America really wasn't for me, DT. So started a sports marketing company. Then a good friend of mine, Eric Snow, and I started a company, which was Eric Snow Sports. Eric went into coaching. NCAA said, gotta have to take Eric's name off of it for what they call undue influence. So it evolved into Halftime Sports. We started off just doing local and regional tournaments and camps. And now it's evolved into national activities all throughout the country.
That's amazing, man.
It's a blessing.
I know, because how long Halftime Hoops been around for?
Since 2014.
2014, man. It's grown tremendous over the year. You put on some great shows. I played in a lot of the tournaments, so you put on a lot. And you're very accommodated to coaches, too. I know the one that, I know I used to email you like, hey, I work on Friday. I don't get out of the time. And you always accommodate. So that's one thing I got to respect. I appreciate what you do. So when did you start the U.S. basketball game?
8 years ago.
Okay.
This is our 8th season going into it. It started off as more of a dream, and it's a dream that's come to reality. Our first year, we had 6 states, had about 40 teams. It was small. Now it's evolved into 2,500 players, 17 different states. They come from as far west as Pacific Northwest, Washington. Even our northern friends, British Columbia, are here. Alabama, Mississippi. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing blanks. Florida, of course, Georgia. Maryland is a new state that's coming with us. Kevin Blake. We're just all across the country now, and it really is a true blessing to have so many talented players, but we're thankful to have great state directors.
Right.
Jason with South Carolina. I mean, we're just, without the state directors, this event would not be successful.
Well, definitely. And so it has grown over the years. And where do you look for the future? What the future holds for the U.S. basketball game?
Our goal is to have representation from all states, from every state. We're hoping that we can get state directors from each state. Once we get state directors from each state, then that leads into their bandwidth and bringing in a lot of talented players and coaches and families.
Right.
So the whole goal is to have representation from every state throughout the country.
Okay. Now, if you get every state, LakePoint. I don't know LakePoint gonna be just it. You got to have a different location because that's 50 states.
Yeah.
And coming around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your goals for halftime hoop? Where's that going? What's the goal for
Well, halftime sports, we're looking to take it outside of Georgia. Doing some camps and clinics and activities in the state of Alabama, kind of the surrounding states, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, even going up into the Missouri area. But with halftime sports, we also run recreation basketball leagues. Players that won't play at this level, but they need a platform to play basketball. So we provide those rec players with a forum to play basketball. We work with municipalities throughout Georgia, and we run their winter rec league, their fall programs, their summer and spring programs. Again, kids who won't play high school ball or college ball, but they still want to play basketball.
Right.
So we're blessed enough to be able to offer those kids an opportunity to play.
Great, man. Well, I do appreciate all that you do and what you bring and how big it has gotten. And I appreciate being a part of it and played in it 1 year.
Yeah.
Went to the championship, didn't win it. Lost by 2 points, but it is what it. I got there. But I appreciate everything. I appreciate me being part of it this year. And I know you're a busy guy, so I do appreciate you taking a moment to sit down with me and tell me a little bit about where you started and where you're going.
DT, it's an honor and a pleasure, my man, to be here. It's an honor to have you and your platform here with us. The benefits that you're providing and the perks you're providing for so many kids and coaches and families is phenomenal. So we're honored to have you with us. Thank you.
Well, I do appreciate you telling me that. And I look forward to seeing many more events, being a part of many more events. Hopefully, I'm part of the family. And
You are. You stuck with us.
All right, man.
Good or bad, you stuck with us.
It's on live. It's on YouTube. So it's never going nowhere. So we come back. We gonna pull this up. He said I was stuck with them. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the moment to sit down with me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo.
Pick up the cake, yeah. Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, Provo.
Pick up the cake, yeah.
And we're back. This is your boy DT live here at LakePoint at the U.S. basketball game, the 8th annual U.S. basketball game. And right now I'm sitting down with two of the directors who have multiple teams in this tournament, some very talented teams in this tournament. And please forgive me because I've been running through this. I got the South Carolina director,
Jason Mangum.
bring the mic up,
Jason Mangum.
and the North Carolina director,
Hector Rodriguez.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you all taking the time to sit down with me for a quick interview. So I'm gonna start with the South Carolina director. So your team, you got multiple teams in here. Y'all been coming for multiple years, right? Been playing a part of this.
That's correct. That's correct. But actually, I just
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
this is actually the first year taking over. So
Okay. So now you the big man in charge. So now you're gonna be responsible for all bringing the teams here. So tell me about how did y'all get involved in the U.S. basketball games, and tell me a little bit about the teams you have.
So actually, I got involved through a connection of playing regular AAU basketball, which I have a team called the Upstate Rebels. And I met a connection, a gentleman that introduced me to Coach Kim, who was on earlier. He invited me out to the U.S. games. We talked about being a directorship part of it. And from there, it just kind of blossomed and took off.
Okay. And how many teams do you have playing here today? Do you know how many?
There is, I believe, 3. There's a 28, 26, and then I have my girls who are the 25, 26.
Okay. And tell me, how was the coaching selection? How did you look at picking coach? Now, you one of the coaches, right? So how did y'all go picking coaches to bring these teams here?
Well, really and truly, it comes down to that's one of the hardest things to find is a coach that can do it for all the right reasons, and that is developing the kids, there's boys or girls, and helping them. It's not necessarily about the trophy, but in the end, that's what they want to win.
Okay.
It's about helping develop. In the U.S. basketball games, they do that, and they add that assistance to be able to develop the kids. It's a great atmosphere. As far as coaching aspects of it, really and truly, we just look at who has that energy and who wants to be out here to help develop the kids.
Okay. And you are part of the North Carolina group. You're not the director because you're stepping in for the director, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what's your position with the organization?
I am in charge of the social media
Okay.
which I go around, take pictures, film for our state and post it on our social media page. So we have over 13 teams this weekend here that I'm trying to keep track of and follow every one of them.
Okay, and you have a lot of powerhouse teams because y'all it been years y'all won it back to back to back. I remember seeing that all this hype over y'all.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit of how y'all got involved into the
Well, actually, I was part of that first initial group that started, I think, the third annual of the U.S. Games, and me and Coach Jake started doing this. And again, it's word of mouth, playing against tournaments, playing against other teams, and you fall in love with some of the coaches by their coaching style. Like the coach right here from South Carolina said, you fall in love and they're doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
You don't see them out there trying to cheat, trying to be better than other people. They're doing it as a community, trying to help the youth of today.
Okay, and where do you see the vision of where y'all going to next in North Carolina?
Well, I would like to see a team for each one of our age groups, all the way from 3rd grade up to 12th grade. That's the goal, which right now we're not far from it. We're lacking on our girls' end, though. I think our girls needs that stronger support on their side.
Okay. And same with you, what do you see the vision of going forward with the South Carolina?
Same as North Carolina. We just want to get as many teams in here as possible. We have there's a lack of in South Carolina getting those teams here. We've actually had 2 that dropped out from last year. There's some things that are changing that Coach K is helping with. It's going to bring those teams back to the U.S. Games, and it's just about the atmosphere, creating an atmosphere that's energetic and that everybody wants to be a part of. And I think that's what Coach K is doing.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, it's been an honor to sit down with you guys to find a little bit more about your state and what you bring to the table. And I look forward to hoping to get to see more South Carolina teams. You got something you want to say? You about to
say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I think a minute ago you said that North Carolina's won it a few times back to back to back.
Yeah.
We'll try to change that this year in South Carolina.
Okay. Good. That's what we were going to try to say. Well, you heard it here first. South Carolina coming for that title.
Yes,
for North Carolina. And so like
it's always good to have competition with our neighbors.
Right. But I'm a Georgia boy, so I'm hoping that Georgia take it all this weekend. But hey, there's a lot of tough teams here from all over the country and stuff like that. So I just love to see competitive basketball play. I love watching real basketball, and that's what I have seen here today. I've seen a lot of tournaments. It wasn't real basketball. It was nothing but highlights and hype, and I don't respect it. That's not basketball to me. Yeah. It's not at all. But I do appreciate you guys for taking a moment to sit down with me.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us on.
I know y'all pretty busy.
Thank you very much.
And hope to see y'all again. All right, I'll be right back. It's your boy DT. Calling all rising athletes. Want to share your uncensored journey to stardom? Look no further than DT's Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story. Are you the next rising superstar to be on my platform? Information is on the screen. Call or text me. Only looking for 10. Are you the next?
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro.
DT live here at the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here at LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm joined by my special guest, one of the sponsors of the event, being a longtime sponsor, correct?
Correct.
Part of the Athletes for a Better World, Steve Petterick. Welcome
right.
to the show, man. Thank you for joining
DT, thanks a lot for having me.
No problem. So, real quick, before we jump into talking about the U.S. basketball game, let's talk a little bit about you and where you come from and how you got started. helping out here?
Yeah, absolutely. So my day job, I work at the Weather Channel as a producer. And in my spare time, I volunteer, and I'm chairman of the board for Athletes for a Better World. And through our mission statement, which is really to provide young men and women, from professionals to high school athletes, we try and provide them a platform of which to better themselves. And we honor them in various different awards throughout the year for not only their on the court, on the field accolades, but also as well as they do off the court. Okay. So if you're a pro athlete, like a Peyton Manning, he excels on the field, off the field. A lot of it, especially if we're going to relate it more towards the USA basketball tournament, a lot of these young men and women that we honor are beyond impressive. And again, it's not just what they do on the court, it's what they do off community service, giving back to the community, Habitat for Humanity, whatever it may be. So that's really what we stand for. And we have two really big awards shows here in the greater Atlanta area. One's called the Dooley Awards, which is after Coach Vince Dooley from Georgia. May he rest in peace. He just passed away, where we honor just high school students. And we have the John Wooden Citizenship Cup, which takes place at April 27th of 2024, the College Football Hall of Fame, where we will honor high school, college, and professional athletes in the vein of on the field as well as off the field accolades.
Wow, that's a lot.
I got that down to 2 minutes.
You did.
I know you're pressed for time.
Oh, no. You're good. Because some people dropped off. But I love to hear that. That's one thing about one reason why I got started in this, because I tell everybody, we got a lot of people do highlight reels, camera work, They do write-ups, but we have no one come out and talk to the athletes and give them the chance to come on their platform and talk and tell their story. And to me, I feel like it's not always about the 5 stars and the 4 stars and 3 stars. Because like I tell people, you never know. I can interview a kid who's in 6th grade, may not play none in the game, but by the time he gets to 11th grade, he could be a 5-star, and guess what? He gonna remember that I came out, sit down, and had a time talk with him.
100% DT, and again, someone who may be coming off the bench or may not be the starting point guard for the team, maybe someone in 10 years that we honor on our stage because, oh, by the way, not only are they getting better through a beautiful tournament like this, but the stuff they do off the field also recognizes them and distinguishes them from their peers.
Right. Exactly. So how did you get started working with the U.S. basketball game?
So the gentleman who you had on a little earlier, Kim Coleman from Halftime Sports, I'm the chairman of the board, and Kim is on our executive committee. So he and I, in our spare time through philanthropy, have gotten to know each other, and Kim is a huge part of the give back with Athletes for a Better World. And as he started getting more involved with Athletes for a Better World, he presented me and said, Steve, would you like the organization to be a presenting sponsor? And I said, of course I would. It gives us more brand recognition, bigger platforms. And so Kim and I have been working side by side for a few years in allowing us to be a presenting sponsor, and then allowing me to come out and meet all these wonderful young men, women, and their families, and got to meet you too, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. I love to hear about giving back. That's one thing a lot of people don't do. They don't give back.
Right.
Like everybody should. You got to give back because it's rewarding. It makes you feel good, especially when you help someone, because you never know that one person you gave back to will remember that one kind thought you did for them.
You hit the nail on the head.
Exactly. So what's the future for you and your organization?
Absolutely. I think to really, and not just necessarily in the basketball space, but in sports across the board, to try and align with some more of these events, like we're seeing right here, which Kim Coleman and Halftime Sports USA Basketball, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this. But to get our brand out there, I think if we start partnering more in football is so big in the state of Georgia, even just getting a regional footprint with some recognition in scholarship and donations for Athletes for a Better World here in the greater Atlanta area, I think our national landscape and our footprint gets a lot better. And I think our goal really is to be not necessarily per se more of a regional Atlanta organization, which we are national, but we're more recognized in Atlanta because it's where we're based. But to get that national footprint and start taking those steps forward, that's kind of the 5-year plan, DT. And anytime you want to come to the Wooden Cup or the Dooley Awards at the College Football Hall of Fame, you got an open invitation.
Oh, so what you heard it here now. He got me. Now I'm giving you information. I just
there you go.
I definitely want to be part of that. I would love to be part of something big and get to see a different side of everything. Because I love it. I love the media. I got things I want to work on and get to another level, but I love doing it because I came from coaching.
Yeah, that's what Coach Kim told me. Yeah,
I coached for 13 years and I retired. Now I love this side because I'm gonna tell you the biggest complaint I get is I didn't get an interview from a player. If I get, that's the biggest complaint. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't say that, dude. But I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, and you do a great job. You got a great team. Everyone, you got guests lined up for the next hour. I mean, life is good, right?
It
got
is
a great platform.
It is. I appreciate that very much. Well, I do appreciate you taking a moment tonight. I know you stayed a little bit longer than you was planning to today.
No worries.
And so, but I'm glad you came out here to tell everybody about where you came from, your vision, and what's next for you.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you having me.
No problem. Thank you very
All
much.
right, DT, thank you so much.
No problem. It's your boy DT. I'll be right back.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up.
Pick up the cake, yeah.
It's your man DT. I'm back here live at LakePoint at the 8th annual U.S. basketball games here in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with the state director of Georgia and also one of the top coaches in the state of Georgia, Coach Tim Farmer. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, DC. Appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. Thank you for joining the show. So I know you've been part of the how long you been part of it for the whole 8 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Five
Okay.
years.
So tell me, how did you get involved in being part of the U.S. basketball game?
Well, initially, we started in second grade in halftime sports tournaments for our 14-year-old son now. Kim was leading those tournaments. So about after 2 years, he got to ask me to come on to join U.S. games in year 3.
Okay. And so it started off small. Now it's got almost global.
Yes, sir.
Teams from almost over the country, outside of the country. How did it go from there? Well, tell me about what you've seen it from where it started to where it's at now.
I think his biggest thing, like I said, Kim started with maybe 2 or 3 states, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe Alabama, 4th state. He had a vision, again, to getting this to 50 states. I think we're at 25 states right now. And really it's the charge of, hey, why not U.S. games? EYBL is big. Adidas 3SSB is big. UAA is big. We can be in that as well.
Right. Okay. And so I heard that you don't won it 2 years in a row. Is that correct?
We won 3 out of 4. We're going 4 out of 5 this year.
Okay. But they said you won the last 2 years, right?
We won last year, lost previous year, and won the previous 2.
Okay. So you trying to win back to back.
I need 4 out of 5. I got to get it back. I want to go 3, so I got to get it back this year.
I understand, man. So how did you go about? I know you got a nice team. I watch your players play. You got a great team. What was it about those kids that you've seen that you wanted to play under your leadership?
A lot of them I coached with ECP Blue Devils, our core team from about second grade. Each year we kind of had a vision to grow that, just based on attrition and things like that. And just being on the circuit, I've seen different players play and know what could be a part of our team and work well as a team concept versus personal goals. And it's worked well so far. We had a different team probably every year, but we've gotten better.
Okay. And you had a great performance this past two games. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Tomorrow's big. Again, kids being kids, I really want them to really embrace the challenge. It's going to be a tough fight. You saw the game this morning. Alabama came out pretty strong on us. Just want to compete and finish the task at hand. We really have a goal at hand. We want to get to it Sunday evening.
Okay. So I know you coach. Now I know you the director. What do you see vision of the U.S. basketball game going to in the future?
Again, really getting that to that 50 state standpoint, and really having those platforms talk to us, right? Hey, how are you guys growing that fast and getting the top players in each state to come? We have some future pros here. We have some pros that have been in this in past performances, and really just trying to get there and develop kids, honestly, number one.
Right. And I told Kim, if y'all get to 50 states, y'all gotta do more than LakePoint, because the LakePoint gonna be big enough.
We have to expand it. Like EYBL uses here. They use Carroll High School, Alatuna High School. So some of the local schools will be big. So that's a good challenge we want to have.
Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be great to say, hey, we here, because you everywhere and stuff like that.
Right.
Almost gonna turn into high EYBL. It's gonna be a whole week.
That's the thing. That's the thing, DT. We want to get out to maybe Gwinnett County schools where you are and things like that to branch out.
Okay, man. So what's the future? Last question. What's the future for Coach Farmer?
I don't know. We had 18. My wife and I, Tina, we had an 18-year-old son that graduated this year from high school. He's going to the University of Alabama, so that's a blessing. And then we have a 14-year-old freshman son right now. For me, I don't know. I coached last year. I didn't coach this spring and summer. Kind of sat back and watched our kids grow. But I just want to be a part of the game. I enjoy the game. I love the game. I enjoy seeing these kids go on to bigger and better opportunities, having free education through this game. And I don't know, but I want to be around it and be a part of it.
Okay, man. Well, I do appreciate you taking a moment out of your day to come back. I know you were done for the day, but you came back up here.
Had to be here
on the show, man. And I wish you the best of luck in the rest of the weekend. Hopefully, I'll walk out with a ring.
Thanks so much, DT. Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate it.
Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on the hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story. Are you the next rising superstar to be on my platform? Information is on the screen. Call or text me. Only looking for 10. Are you the next one? DT.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. Running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, forward. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, forward. Stretch out, big bands, forward. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, forward. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, forward.
And I'm back. This is your man DT from live here at LakePoint up at the U.S. basketball game, the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with one of the sponsors and got a beautiful collection of items I've seen out in the lobby. It's Kimaya Haywood. She's the daughter of the owner of True Beauty. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so I know you're a little bit shy. I know you're nervous about this, but I brought you here because I want you to tell everybody a little bit about your brand and what your mom said you started it and she built onto it. So tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, so in quarantine, we just got bored, so we just started like being creative and making stuff. That's really how our business started. And first, we just started off with like lip glosses and regular bracelets. And then like I played basketball and volleyball, so every time she made a bracelet, I was like, "Oh, you should do it for like my sport. I like basketball and volleyball, so put that one there." So eventually, what we started doing is creating all our joy towards sports. So that's why we always go to sports tournaments.
Okay. So it started off small and now it's big because I see y'all got so much out there on the tables on the platform. Where did inspiration come from making you start doing it? I know you said you was bored, but what made you just realize I want to do this permanently? I want to do this for sure.
Oh, because I'm like, I'm a little competitive. So if I see somebody doing it, I'm like, oh, I could do it better. So like it was a thing like, oh, I see somebody make it, oh, I want to make it. I know I could do this. So I'm gonna try to do it myself, and I know I could do it better. That was kind of how it was for me and my mom.
Okay. And how long y'all been doing this?
Since 2020. 3 years.
Oh, so y'all started right at the pandemic, pandemic time. Okay. And now is your mom kind of trying to build on to it to help you expand it. And where do you see True Beauty going in the future?
Oh, I think I want to put our like jewelry and stuff in stores. I feel like we could get there in stores and stuff, but we would keep working hard.
Okay. And tell everybody how they can find where they can purchase your items at.
You guys can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at TrueBeauty4You, and you guys can purchase our items on our website or contact us directly.
Okay. All right. Well, I do appreciate you taking a moment to sit down with me. Like I said, she got some beautiful items out there. Definitely go follow them on all platforms. You said True Beauty, CRU Beauty. What was the rest?
No, it's TRUBEAUTI for you.
For you. Okay. So you know some people can't spell. They're gonna put beauty with a Y and they be like, I can't find it out there. So make sure y'all go out there and support them. It's always about giving back to the community and back to the Black community, and definitely go out here and support their business. Because like I said, they got some beautiful items. And y'all saw post on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it on Instagram. Go check out them on Instagram. And I'll be right back.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, pro.
This is your man DT live here at the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here in LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with the Tennessee State Director, Jeff Records. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
to be here.
I appreciate you taking a moment to sit down with me. Like, I know you've been pretty busy trying to watch your teams perform and see how they're going to do. So, your team, you got teams here part of the U.S. basketball game. How did y'all get involved and get started in it?
Well, I'd seen the event advertised a couple years ago, and we tried to get in. The first year we tried to get in, we were just a little late. And then the next year we tried to get in, and the director that was working for Tennessee at the time, I guess had already filled everything. And then the first year was last year. And, the guy that we had representing Tennessee had gave it up and wasn't doing the job anymore. And so I just emailed Kim. I found an email address, took a chance, shot an email, and we came. We got in late, and we only was able to bring about 3 teams last year. But this year we had a full year to prepare, and we've got about 14 teams this year.
Awesome. That's amazing, man. And where would the selection come from for picking coaches to bring your team back? You want to have the right coaches represent your state.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's exactly what I did. I recruited the coaches, and then I let them build their teams. I gave them freedom to build the roster however they wanted. I didn't micromanage or anything like that. But the way I picked them is just watching them. I just watched them coach. If I felt like they had something that would bring something positive to the U.S. games and to Team Tennessee, I went and asked them if they wanted to lead a team. Most of the time it was a pretty easy sell. A lot of people were willing to get out and support this.
That's awesome, man. So where do you see the vision of Tennessee going in the future with the U.S. basketball game?
Well, I definitely want to keep growing, and have more teams. Of course, we want to win some divisions. We want to win some games.
Right.
And just keep growing. I'd like to see the U.S. basketball games as a whole grow as well. I know Kim's talked about having some super regional events earlier in the year to try to build this event up some more. And so I would love to see that. I would like to have, we had about 14 teams this year. I'd like to have 8 to 20 next year, and just keep growing and bringing more teams as we keep going.
Awesome. And real quick, tell me a little bit about your background real quick.
Okay, well, I've played basketball pretty much my whole life. I was a standout high school player. I didn't end up playing in college. Was probably good enough to play, but I had to make money. I had to start my career, I had to get a job. And then I've coached pretty much ever since I quit playing. I started as an assistant coach at the high school I attended, and it just kind of grew a little bit by there. Every time I was in the gym, it seemed like I would run into somebody or maybe meet somebody new. And every time I'm in the gym, it seems like it opens up another opportunity.
Well, I really do appreciate you taking a moment to sit down, because I know you're on a busy schedule. I knew we had to go get you to come over here because I know you got so much going on. You want to sit down here supporting your coaches and your players and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that. Yeah. And you know what? I wish y'all the best of luck this weekend, but I am pulling for the Georgia teams. But I do wish you all the best of luck.
Well, we appreciate it, and there's nothing wrong with some healthy rivalry.
Right.
That makes us all better.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, thanks for having me.
No, I'll be right back. Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on the hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an impact.
Young age was you only get out what you put into the game. And the results for me is starting to show.
Running out of time.
Live here at the 8th annual LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with one of the most talented class of 2026 guys, most underrated class of 2026 guys in the country. And I say this all the time. I tell this lady all the time, awesome lady right here, that she got an amazing son. I seen him play. I'm gonna tell you real quick. We made a connection, met him at a showcase last year. I'm not gonna mention the name of the showcase because I ain't giving no hype to nobody else. And we made a connection in the interview. And from that point on, we bonded. I bonded with the family, came out and watched him play. They like family to me. Love this guy. Can't wait to see him play. I want to welcome to my show Jayden Crawford and his mom. I don't know if you want me to tell your name. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Okay. So, y'all came, this y'all second year doing it. You won it last year.
Yes, sir.
This year you played in the slam dunk competition. Made it to the finals. You didn't. You could have won. You could have won, but you didn't. But hey, for you to be the height you did, and it's past everybody else who were playing with you.
Yeah.
You made it past there, and you played the All-Star game. Did y'all win the All-Star game? Okay. Well, you played the All-Star game. You've been playing all your life. You played on one of the top teams in the state of Georgia this past year. How does it feel that you finally getting the recognition you deserve? I don't think you're getting a full.
Nah, not the full, but I'm getting some.
I'm giving it to you.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to you. Go ahead.
I know I don't get the full net recognition I deserve, but if I just keep working, and stay the course, it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
As a parent, how do you feel about how talented you is? Because I know we talk a lot, and I know how passionate, how much you love, and you do a lot. I mean, you everywhere. You all over the place. You and Dad. You both mom and dad everywhere. How do you feel about it?
Proud of it. I mean, like I tell them, keep working, keep grinding, keep your head down. Okay. We know you talented. Everybody else see it. Your time coming. So, okay, when they do start rolling in, they gonna roll in like a freight train. So,
definitely.
We dedicate to it, and we just say wherever he need to be, we're gonna get him there. Whatever he got to do, we're gonna make it happen. So, I'm proud of him. I mean, he a blessing. I really am. I'm glad. I mean, he amazes me. So.
Hey, he amazing me. Like I tell you, he's one of the top. I'm gonna tell you, if he don't really know this, he probably think I'm captain. I talk a lot about you to a lot of people. You just don't realize that. I told a lot of people. And I be saying, man, you got to see this kid, Jayden Crawford. I talk to people who don't even really watch basketball. I say one of the top kids in the country. I watch him play. He's underrated. Very underrated. He don't get the exposure he deserves. And I said, I believe in him. I see him. He's been nominated for award. He won the award. Was the athlete of the year. He won the award at some award bank, which I ain't gonna give them notification. They ain't paid me. Yeah, they ain't paid me. They ain't never get their photo either. But I love what you do, man. What's next for you? What you think? What's next for you, your sophomore year? Hold on, real quick. Let's back this up. Your ninth grade year. How many points did you score your ninth grade year as a freshman?
647.
How much?
647.
647. See, I was off by 200. I told somebody 800 something. I felt like it's 800. But some people don't even score that in 2 years. You score that in 1 year. How do you feel to be as a freshman and you scored that many points?
Just hard work. It just come from hard work, you know. Hours in the gym, hours outside with my mom, being consistent and fluent with my shot. And, and just playing like when I play older people, I just gotta have more of a killer mindset. So I just did that the whole year. And it got me 647.
Yeah, man, you always in the gym. Every time I see video, you're working, and stuff like that. So I appreciate you. But I just want to tell you, I want to give you your flowers and give your mom flowers. You're doing an amazing job. You and your husband, y'all doing an amazing job raising him. Raising him as a young black male in this country. He's a positive role model. I already see it. I love what I see, what he posts on social media. Ain't no booty shaking on girl. It's about sport. Yeah. I love to see that. Yeah. That's what you want to see from a black male. Yeah. I love that. And keep doing what you're doing. Don't go off course. Keep going down that same. I see you playing in the NBA.
Yes, sir.
And I tell you, a lot of people, I can tell you, they was on 5 stars and top players in the state of Georgia, and I said they weren't going to be successful in the NBA. Yeah. And it's one of them, he's not successful in the NBA. Not being said, I ain't going to mention it right here because it's your time. But there's one player that's one of the top players in the country in the last 5 years. I say he wasn't going to be successful in the NBA, and he's not. So keep doing what you're doing because I see the opportunity. I see where you're going to be at. And y'all just don't forget about little old me when y'all make it.
I'm not. No. Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Jayden, like, who that? Security.
Nah.
To the ground. But
He'll be good.
But I know I do appreciate y'all taking a moment to sit down with me. I know you got to get to a party and stuff like that and go eat that expensive food for $62 a plate. $62 a plate. I hope you get a 3-5 course meal and stuff like that.
It better be good.
It better be good because if not, you make sure you let her know it wasn't good.
I know.
All right, man, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to getting to know you and keep in touch and keep doing stuff and being there for you and watching you grow as a player.
Yes, sir.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yes, sir.
All right, man, thank you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you. All right, it's your boy DT. I'll be right back.
Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story.
Yo, it's your boy DT. I'm live back here at the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here at LakePoint, Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with the guy who won the slam dunk competition. What's your name, young man?
Isaiah Otiwu.
All right, and where you from?
North Carolina.
What class are you?
2024.
Okay, man. So congratulations on winning the slam dunk competition. How did you feel about the competition?
I mean, honestly, I went in there with a lot of confidence because a lot of my dunks I work on my athleticism a lot. So I knew I had it in the bag. I was a little nerve-wracking because I ain't never did a contest in front of that many people. So it was a little nerve-wracking. But after the first one, I was good.
Okay. Well, you went out there, you showed off. It came down to you and Jayden Crawford, who was just on the show.
Yes, sir.
And you stood and you won. What'd you do with the trophy?
It's in my bag. It's in my bag. I gotta say.
So you can have it on the show, man. So what's the best dunk you think you ever did?
Best dunk like I ever did. Like you talking from the contest or like ever? Shoot. Probably that 360 windmill I tried off 1 foot. That's probably the best thing I ever done. And at East Bay off too.
Okay. So let me ask you, how you been performing this weekend?
Pretty good, very good. First, we only played one game so far. Yesterday it was late. It was like 9:25. I think I had about 10 points, but we played a lot. We got off a really good start.
Man, cool.
Doing good playing together.
And what's next for you?
What's next? Hey, going to school ball and kill.
Any offers?
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about them?
The 3 offers I have is College of Charleston, Louisiana Tech, and University of Chattanooga.
So by the end of this school year, you're gonna have at least 10 more on that list.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, I should.
That's the plan. Well, once again, congratulations on winning the slam dunk competition.
Thank you.
And I wish y'all the best luck in the rest of the tournament because I know your goal is to walk over that ring too.
Yes,
right?
sir. Absolutely.
All right, thank
absolutely.
You,
thank you.
All right, thank you. Be right back.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. Running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa. Stretch out, big bands, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa. Oh my God!
Pick up the cake, yeah.
Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success.
Testify for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I still that like you, that I do it all, and I'm around. You're scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking now here for me, I ain't got it. My been scheming, looting, hide your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. Tell the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't.
And this DT, I'm back here live here at the U.S. basketball game here at LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with the multi-talented young athlete. Who I can tell you is a true baller, certified baller. Watch him play. Very humble too. Very humble. Because most kids his age I talk to kind of cocky and arrogant when they play the way he played. But he's very humble. I want to welcome to my show. They call him LJ. Welcome to the show. And Coach Hall, his dad. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, man. Well, I appreciate y'all taking a moment to sit down with me. So, class of 2030, right? Or 31? 31. Okay, correct. You want to fifth grade? You want 31 to sixth grade? You play. He played good enough. He good. So, tell me a little bit about how you got started playing basketball, LJ.
I started playing basketball. Well, it was probably just like when I kept seeing my dad play, I wanted to try it out, and then I just fell in love with it, and I wanted to keep playing.
Coach Hall, senior, where did you see that he really will take it serious, want to take it to the level and play basketball?
I think he started to take it serious last year.
Okay.
Last spring, getting in the 4th grade. So he's one of the younger ones in his class, of course. So I think the maturity level had to kick in. And then I started seeing him take it more serious like last year, last spring, last April. And then he been pretty much going from there.
And tell me a little bit about the passion you have for basketball, because I seen you. I heard about your resume a little bit, but you got a pretty deep resume on your list. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Really, I started playing basketball about 5th grade actually, so I was older than him.
Okay.
He started real young. Really, I just kept going from there. I was in love with the game like everybody else. You know, we used to play 21, a lot of one-on-one. At the Boys and Girls Club, my main thing was at the Boys and Girls Club. I started to really get a passion at the Boys and Girls Club with the older guys. Really just learning how to compete. And from there, I just, kept going, kept playing high school like normal, like everybody else, the Keatron, and then college. And then I just kept moving on, and now I just coach.
Okay. And so you turn around, you start coaching, and you have your own program. Tell everybody about that.
So right now, the AAU program is called Game Elite 2031. The basketball training program is Hall Basketball Academy. And right now, I'm coaching at Clark Atlanta University. So, that's a new thing for me, first year. So really, I just kept going. I was started at Grace Christian Academy, 1A private school. Real small school, but we got out here and we started playing some of the bigger name schools. And I think from there, that was my stepping stone. And I just kept going. And then I came back with the little kids and then just kept going. And then God blessed me with the opportunity, and I'm moving up.
And I don't know, did you mention Born the Ball? You said Born. Did you mention the name of Born?
So Born the Ball Nation, yeah. That's one of the things that I do now. I help work with that. It's pretty much a platform for the younger kids, 1st through 8th grade, just to help them get exposure. A lot of kids, that's the new thing now, just trying to help them be present, because it's a lot of ballers out here, a lot of hoopers. That everybody don't know everybody, so that's kind of where I come in, just trying to help those players that's not known get recognized, and the ones that are known, as they keep developing, getting better, just keep going and just keep recognizing them for their hard work, because it's work.
Okay, cool. So, LJ, tell me, what do you love about the game of basketball so much?
Well, what I love about the game is kind of about how it's like a different way to do something, and it's like I get to have a good time, and it's also something I can do in the future, and it's something that I love to do. So since it's something I can do and I love, it just makes me want to keep going hard at it.
So when you work out and train, I know you probably train with your dad sometimes too. What's one of your favorite drills to work on?
I would probably say your run down and your curl. So
okay.
I kind of like curl drills.
Okay. So what's next for you as a player? What do you feel? What's your vision for you for this upcoming year? Where do you see yourself? If you can answer that question.
Can you explain that one more time?
Okay, so what do you see yourself at, like your level? What step you trying to take in basketball now?
I'm just trying to get better in certain areas. like knowing when to pass it and when to keep it and just getting better with certain things.
Okay. Well, man, I do. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. I watch you play. I know you're a very talented player, but I would tell you that I tell a lot of people out there you're one of the most talented. Now, I thought you was a rising sixth grader. So just let me know you're a step above everybody level because you're a rise. You ain't going to the fifth. You in the fifth grade because school already started. So you're in the fifth grade. So I could just imagine when you get to the middle school and the high school level, you're gonna be so elite, gonna be one of the top players in the country. So keep doing what you're doing because you got an amazing dad. I can tell he love and care for you, and we need more black fathers like that out there supporting our black kids, being there, supporting, doing what they got to do, and he does. I see him there, and he's passionate about it. One of the funniest coaches to watch coach, though. I love watching coach. I'll be honest. He's entertaining. Yeah, he's entertaining watching coach. So, what's that?
I said thank you.
Oh, no problem. So I appreciate y'all taking the moment. Like I know y'all stayed out. I know y'all game over and you want to get back on the road and head out. So I appreciate y'all coming over here and telling a little bit about yourself and what's next for you.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And I'll be right back.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. For the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball today. I'm flipping the balls. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they play reducers. Guess I have to pivot, shooting your bazookas for the backs. I need racks, paper cash, the tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, cut the bag, rollie plot, get a whack, contract. Give me the max. I got laugh on my back. You ain't that, then it's rap. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the
Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom, look no further than DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. Calling all rising
Ball games here at LakePoint, Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with one of the most talented rising eighth graders to me in the country. I don't care what anybody say. I've seen this kid for many years. Didn't know him, but I got to know him over the last year. Watch him grow, watch his game expand, watch what he doing. He ain't about the highlights. He ain't about the lights and everything on social media. He's about putting that work, and that's all I see him doing. I see his game has transpired over the years to be one of the most elite players, playing against varsity players, JV players, as a rising eighth grader. Amazing family, amazing kid. I want to welcome to the show the one and only Blaze Johnson. Welcome to the show, man. And his dad, Jamal. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, DT. Appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. I appreciate you being on the show. I appreciate y'all taking a minute to be on my show and stuff like that. So that intro wasn't paid for. I was keeping it 100. I brought him on him, Jayden Crawford, all them LJ are actually talented players. Nobody ain't paying me because I get that all the time. Oh, they paying you to say that nobody pays me the same thing. I'm telling like it is. It's an eye test. I know how good he is. I know how good LJ is. I know how good Jayden Crawford. These are some very talented kids, and they got like the sky's the limit for them. So jumping into you, tell me a little bit about how you got started playing basketball.
I started off playing soccer, and that was kind of my first sport for a couple years. And then I pretty much tried every sport. And then after I tried like football, basketball, soccer, and baseball, I got basketball.
And Jamal, when did you realize that it was something special about him when it came to basketball? When did you realize?
Well, I got a football background, so that's kind of the direction we're going to go into. But just at an early age, you can see that he really enjoyed basketball. Had a hoop in the ball and a hoop since he was very little, always dunking the ball, always had multiple balls in his hands. So it just seemed like basketball was his natural sport. I didn't even teach him a whole lot of it. He just got very naturally, picked the game up very naturally.
Okay. And you watch him grow over the years. When did you get to the point that you like, oh, okay, Blaze, he's doing it? When did you realize that?
I mean, like I said, very young age, he was very determined to get better. So for me, that's the thing. At an early age, you want to develop, you want to work hard. And so really, when he started like 4, 5, 6 years old, going to the Y, he really loved the game. He wanted to get better at the game. He wanted to go outside and practice, do those things. So very early, I said that you have that kind of desire, you put in the work, you'll get what you want. So I consider him early. That's what he wanted,
Okay. And you watch him grow over the years. You see him get better at basketball. He kept working. It wasn't like you were pushing him or forcing him to do it. He was doing it on his own. What's one of the bright spots of one of the games you watched him play and you wanted to toot your horn like, man, that's my son. You wanted to brag it to everybody. What's one of them games that you remember that you're like, oh, yes, and you don't want to call everybody, but you didn't do it because we know you got humble. What was one of them games?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I really think he's had a lot of good games. I'm really proud of him for a lot of games because he wants his team to win. And everything's about Blaze. A lot of his teams win. In middle school, the championship team, we had a great run. And just to see him lead his team, big games, he always can play big games. So I don't really have a game. I'm proud of a lot of things he does. He's very humble. He wants to always improve. So it's hard to say one game, but the whole middle school season was really great to see. He grew from the beginning to the end. So great season we had in middle school.
So Blaze, let me ask you. You're going to Hebrew Christian Academy. You're playing summer league. You're playing against seniors and juniors, and you're going to 8th grade. And I'm gonna keep it 100. You busting some of them butt. How did that feel with you when you was crossing some kid? You sitting there like, this kid is in 11th grade. This kid is in that 12th grade, and I'm beating him at basketball. I'm only going to the 8th grade. How did that make you feel? Okay. I mean, you keep it 100. I like that. Don't shy away from it. But how does it feel that you at one point, I know when you first started doing it, it was like laying off when you like, oh, he a kid, we ain't worrying about him. Then when you just start busting their butt, they start playing you tough. What did that make? What did psychologically? What did that do to you when you? Mm-hmm. And then you got seniors and you got high school kids doubling you. I seen the video, they doubling you and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all doubling the 7th grade. You was at that time, you was the 7th grade. Y'all doubling the 7th grade. Come on now. Why y'all, come on. Y'all doubling. And then you were still getting past them. Man, that was amazing. How do you feel going to Hebrew Christian Academy? What do you like about their program? Okay. And what did y'all like about Hebrew Christian Academy? I know y'all had a couple options and y'all decided to go strictly. Y'all decided to go there. What made you decide there?
Well, the thing is that Blaze is an excellent student, and I don't want to support just the sports. I got to support his academics. So a great academic institution is going to challenge him from the right direction. So we know we're going to play basketball, but we want to be well-rounded. And so I think that's the best opportunity for him to be well-rounded and continue growing and become a great young man.
And then also y'all got a great coach over there. Tell me a little bit about Coach over there.
Yeah, Coach Mason. I mean, he has a great background. He's from a high school, college background as well. He's only been his 2nd year there, so he's very motivated. So it's a good time for us to come along, become a team, and build a program with him. So he's been great helping us come over there, getting Blaze very comfortable. So I'm excited about it. And Coach has been awesome.
Okay, and the first day of school coming up this week, right?
Yeah, this Wednesday, first day.
Okay, so are you a little bit nervous? Go on. Okay. And how was it to feel to get all those calls from Grayson when he loved Grayson?
Well, we got love for Grayson. Grayson loves us. All the coaches said they encourage anything best for him. And that's why I look for anyone who will work with Blaze is that you care about him as a person, then whatever's best for him, that's what you should do. And so Grayson, they support us, they love us, and we feel the same way. they understand it's a great time for Blaze to just improve himself. And so that's what matters the most.
And so, Blaze, you left on a high from Bay Creek, right? And y'all went undefeated, won the championship. So now you gone. Now you leaving, which I know was a little bittersweet because I know you kind of want to do that repeat, but I think it's more better for you, the 8th grader, to play with JV. So what do you feel like the transition going to be like from you going against 8th graders now? Now you're going to be for sure nothing but playing against 9th graders, 10th graders, and 11th. Possibly 11th grade. Okay, awesome, man. Well, I do appreciate y'all taking a moment to sit down with me. I know you got a game coming up here at the U.S. basketball game. I wish you you got talking to the mic. I wish you y'all the best of luck in your next game. And I wish y'all luck this weekend. I hope you win it all and you walk home with the ring.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, BG. Appreciate you, bro.
Calling all rising athletes. Want to share your uncensored journey to stardom? Look no further than DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. Share your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story. Are you the next rising superstar to be on my platform? Information is on the screen. Call or text me.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
And we're back. This is your man DT from DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored, live here at the U.S. basketball game, the 8th annual U.S. basketball game here at LakePoint in Emerson, Georgia. And right now I'm sitting down with coach all the way from North Kakalaki, head coach of team
Trez,
yes. He got multiple teams here. The man been all over the place. I'm saying every coach I've seen, he on every court, coach every North Carolina team. I think he gonna walk out with at least 5 rings on his finger this weekend. He gonna be walking around with 5 rings on his finger this weekend. And he got one of his star players from his team. I want to welcome to the show, Coach Williams. And yo, young man, what's your name?
Zion Howard.
All right, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate y'all taking a moment to sit down with me.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, so y'all came all the way from North Kakalaki to come down here to Georgia to take home that crown, to take home those rings.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about the competition so far you've been out here?
It's been great. It's been great ball just to see different atmosphere. Just have my kids around exposure, you know what I'm saying? Playing kids they haven't seen all year. But we play year round, so this is what we do.
Okay. And how you feel about coming down here playing against some of these talented players from around the country?
I feel great to play against good people.
Okay. How many games you played so far?
2.
2. And how you doing both games? How you feel you did in both games?
Good.
Okay. So let's talk about what's y'all record?
2-0.
2-0. Okay, so y'all smacking everybody. Okay, so let's talk about game 1. How you feel the team performed in your first game today? Was the first game today for them or yesterday? For this group?
It was today.
Today. Okay, so how you feel about the first game y'all played this morning?
They were pretty good.
Oh, no, how you feel about your team? How y'all do?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, good ball movement. Played good defense.
Okay. What about the second game? How you feel about your team played the second game? Okay. Out of the 2 games, which game did you like the best? Second. What was your stats looking like? Because I know you was a baller. I heard about you.
I think 21, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals.
What game was that? The second game? What about the first game?
22, 2 rebounds, 2 steals.
Okay, man. I see you doing your thing over there. So, how does it feel when you get on the court and you play against teams from other states and you busting them up like that? How that feel?
feels good because all the hard work that I put in is paying off.
I like that, man. I like that. What would you say you think is the strongest part of your game that helps elevate any team you play with?
My driving ability.
Your driving ability. What's so special about it?
I can make difficult layups.
Okay. Coach William, what do you see special about this young man? Tell me a little bit about it.
He plays hard. He's very coachable. We can put the ball in his hand at any time. Like, he take care of the ball. Like, he don't rush nothing. He's patient. So I mean, he just got a feel for the game.
Okay, cool, man. He plays on your travel team as well?
He actually plays for his dad. 2029, 2030. He's 2030, but he plays up 2029 for Team Trash.
Okay. And how that team do this year? How y'all do this year?
Good.
Okay. What was your favorite tournament y'all played in?
2-5-2 finale.
Okay, and I'm assuming you probably got MVP then.
Yes, sir.
I figured that. How did that team do this year?
They did pretty good. They're top team in the country. So like he said, he never played his age group through AAU. He always played up. So he now actually get to play his grade.
Okay. And you going to the sixth grade. So I'm assuming y'all don't have a middle school team for sixth grade, do y'all? Okay, so what y'all got, like a development program, or what is it like? What do y'all?
Elementary school.
So what do y'all do for basketball there? Because I know some teams in sixth grade they got like a developmental program they call. Because they don't got no middle school team. What you do in the off season when you're not doing AAU?
We got school ball.
Also, y'all do have school ball. Okay, so what are you looking forward to in school ball? Develop. And what is something you definitely want to work on? You Sunday, you good at, but I'm gonna work on this harder. So next year I'll be even better.
My ball handling defense.
The ball handling defense. Okay. And what do you see yourself more as, a slasher or a shooter? Slasher. Okay. Are you one of those players that like the contact when somebody hits you and you go up and get the layup and make it and one?
Like and one.
You don't like the contact? You don't want the contact. All right, man. Coach, so what's next for your organization?
We'll just be ready for the fall. Probably play a little fall ball before school start, and then we'll head back in the spring and winter. Not spring, summer, and we'll get ready for that. Like I said, we're gonna try to pull out all three of them. Try to take them back to North Carolina to Rocky Mountain to the 252, and then that's it.
All right, man. Well, you got some powerful players out here, and good teams, and some real good players. So I do appreciate y'all taking a moment to come sit down with me for the interview. I wish y'all the best luck in the rest of the weekend. Even though I'm Team Georgia, I want Georgia to pull it up. But hey, if you walk out with a ring, I won't be mad because I know you, my brother, right there.
Appreciate you so much, man.
No problem. Thank you.
Running out of time, running out of time.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, roll up. Oh my God!
Calling all rising athletes who want to share your uncensored journey to stardom. Look no further than DT's Uncensored Rising Superstars podcast show. I'm on a hunt for 10 extraordinary athletes to take center stage and reveal their raw truth behind their success. Don't hold back. They're your highs, lows, and everything in between. This is your chance to inspire millions and leave an indelible mark on the sports world. So step up and join the ranks of the class of 2022, where I have interviewed over 30 athletes who told their story. Are you the next rising superstar to be on my platform? Information is on the screen.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
I'm back. Okay. Yo, this is your boy DT live back here at the U.S. basketball game, the eighth annual U.S. basketball game here in LakePoint up in Emerson, Georgia. And I just had some amazing guests on my show. I want to, before I go and thank you these guests, I wanted to recap some of the games that I've seen, some of the good games we had. Friday, we had some great performances. Tennessee team defeated a Georgia team 76-16. It was a 2021 boards. We had a Florida team defeat another Georgia team 59-16. South Carolina defeated Georgia 50-49. Very close game, very tight game. We had a Mississippi team came in a house. And I said they shut it down 100-22. Woo! I wish I would have seen that game. I don't know why today. It was class of 2026. Dude. So it was a good had to be a good game right there. That was a 10th grade game. Then we had Team Davis out of Georgia defeat the Alabama team 92-48. Georgia team 60-17. That's Johnson versus Page. Maxwell out of Georgia, triangle offense, won 89-23 against the Maryland team. And then Saturday we had some top games as well. Alabama won 69-47 against the Georgia team. Team Tennessee, there was a girl team. I watched these girls play. These girls was great. 41-5. I went over there at halftime. The score was 22-2. So yeah, that was a blowout. We had an Alabama team win 44-15. Another Georgia team 46-14. Another Georgia team beat the Oklahoma team 60-60. And then no, we haven't got to the big game. We had another Georgia team win 56-51. A North Carolina team win 68-31. And to me, one of the biggest kind of, I would say, revenge games. We had the West Virginia team, the Jennings team, defeat the Mississippi team 70-69 in the last 10 seconds of the game. And what's so special about that game is that West Virginia team lost to that same Mississippi team last year in the state championship game. So they came back for their revenge, and the West Virginia team told me they was going to win. They came back to win because they lost them last year in the state championship, and they come back this year, and they got them in this pool play. Now they got to come out tomorrow and win the whole thing. So, yeah, a lot of great things happen, a lot of great games. We got some great teams out of North Carolina, Tennessee, of course, here Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, Maryland, Washington, British Columbia. We got teams all over the state. Oklahoma, as you see on here. So, yeah, a lot of great teams. I want to thank some of my guests for being on the show today. We had the director and founder, Kim Coleman. We had Coach Farmer, the state director for Georgia. We also have, I probably going to mess up some of the names, so I do apologize. We had Steve Pederick for Athletes for a Better World. We had Kamaya Haywood from True Beauty. We had Jeff Ricker, Tennessee director. We had the North Carolina director. I don't remember the names. I'm sorry. I didn't get the Mississippi director on him. I thought he was going to be on the show. I think he was a little salty from losing that game against West Virginia. We had the Washington State director. We had I don't know, we had the Alabama director, but we had a bunch of people I want to thank. We had Coach Williams out of North Carolina. We had him on the show, so I really appreciate him coming out there. We had Blaze Johnson and his dad, Jayden Crawford and his dad, Laurel Hall Jr. and his dad, Laurel Hall Sr. We had we had a slam dunk champ. He came on the show. So we had a lot of great guests on my show today. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. keep a lookout. A lot of things I got going on. Next month I got a couple events going on. I'm gonna be part of the Double Trouble Academy. It's gonna be at, I think, GAC. Definitely go on and sign up. Go to my Instagram page. Definitely register. The discount is $100 off right now. If you sign up by the 17th of August, it's gonna be an amazing camp. One of the best camps in the state of Georgia. Double Trouble. It's a DT Academy. It's not my camp. So people keep thinking it's my camp. No, I just call them DT. That's not my camp. It's Double Trouble Academy camp. Then also I'm on the EDS one Elite 50. I could be pronouncing their name wrong. I don't have it in front of me. So I do apologize, my guy. He got the 50 top middle school players in South Georgia. That's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, Labor Day weekend. I'm gonna be there. I got so many events coming up. We got the Born to Ball camp coming up in October. I'm gonna be in the building at that as well. Definitely support them. Go register your kid now. One of the best camp. He was on my show. That was LJ and his dad. Great show. So much. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Follow my Instagram. That's DT_unfiltered, uncensored. Go to my Instagram page. Follow me. As you click the link in my bio, that will show you all my information, how to contact me, how to follow me, how to book me. Definitely book me for you got events coming up. Book me. I'm available. Let's talk. I'm about business. So don't slide in my DMs and you're not about business. Don't ask me to come out and do nothing for free, because I'm telling y'all right now, I don't do nothing for free. All this you see right here, it's all my equipment. I travel on the road. I'm here. I got to make a living just like the rest of you. And I'm going to tell everybody, like I tell a lot of people, you don't let no team play in your tournament for free. So why would you ask me to come play do your tournament? Or how can I put it? You never have a coach come to you and say, hey, let me play for free. I'll pay you next week. I don't do that. I'm about business. So if you want me, book me, pay for me, because don't ask me to come. I'll pay you later. That's not how it works. So this is your man, the myth, the legend, the one and only DT, live here at the U.S. basketball game, at 8th annual U.S. basketball game here in LakePoint at Emerson, Georgia. And I'm signing out, and I'll see you next time.